Hello friends, today is day 2 of finishing the dragonfly pond, and I swear every time I start recording one of my chickens just be going crazy. Anyways, my goal for today is not for it to be perfect and finished, but my goal is to get water in it so I can put my pond plants in it. North Carolina is about to have a heat advisory in 1 hour and I did not wake up early enough, so I'm kind of on a time crunch, but luckily the pond is in the shade right now, so I do have that on my side. But I'm not looking forward to redoing all the rocks for the 3rd time, so let's see if I can get all this cranked out. I'm also fighting not having coffee or breakfast, so I really need to be mindful of like how my body's feeling and not get overheated and not get lightheaded. So let's see if I can crank this out in an hour, but let's do it. I almost feel like I need to just break this piece off. Alright, we're gonna break it. Oh, alright, I really hope I don't mess this up, but here goes nothing. Still a little wide. Let's get this off. Okay, I think that looks better. I just need to like put something right there to make it an easier step. Honestly, I'm okay with that. Hi, Suko. Hi. Ooh. Hi, little baby. Oh my gosh, the mosquitoes. I need to go spray bug spray. Wondering if I should. like hair all over me right now from Zuko. It's really itchy. I'm almost contemplating if like this should just be the step and they exit out this way. Alright, I'm seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. Maybe. I'm wondering if I should break this pointy part. Oh, Zuko, careful, that's a bee. I'm wondering if I should break the pointy part. I think I'm gonna. Because I need the height of this, but I need it to be skinnier. I think that looks good because I want to put I have like a big stone that I'll probably put over there. All right, I think it's time. I'm just gonna fill it and get this thing going. That took a bunch of time. Oh, there's a little frog. Don't know where he went. Oh, there he is. Trust me, water is coming soon. So I want this to be like level with the ground. Alright, I'm gonna wet the clay and then I think that kitten's gone, so I'm gonna go get my dog and let him back outside. I think this dirt is just gonna fill this hole. There we go. Okay. I feel like I've been getting so much like dirt and dust in the process of this, so I might get a paper paper towel and give it a good wipe before I fill it. I know that the water is not going to be crystal clear at first, but I think I am just going to give this a good wipe. Start filling it with water and plants, and then I need to take a second to just like figure out what I want to do for the border and everything with it. My hand is still healing from bee stings, so this is like really freaking me out right now with my honeybees. Oh, I'm like really scared right now because I got stung like through my bare skin with no protection on, and it was really painful and not fun. But I know they're just looking for water. Rocky. Alright. Not perfect, but it'll do. Let's do it. Alright, and the most exciting part, I kind of want to rinse the tops of these rods. The bees are super excited right now, which that's my next project today, is I do need to suit up and go work on my bees. But thought it might be easier to hear me this way. For filling the pond, I know that it's recommended to use rainwater, but we have not had rain in weeks now, so I'm just making do with what I have. We are hooked up to a well, so again, use what you can. I know you can buy pond water. I've seen people at the farmer's market that sell buckets of pond water, so if you do need that option, that's always a good one too. But I'm just using my hose with my well water. Alright, now that the water is in, I can very much tell that this is not completely level because this side is pretty much filled and this side is not. I don't want to redo all of this, so I'm just gonna see how it goes because this side I do have plants that aren't fully submerged, so this might be an okay height, so we're just gonna see. Here are all the pond plants, and I'm probably gonna butcher some of the names, and I'm not an expert on all of their roles and functions yet, but I will do a separate video once I do more research and sound like I know what I'm talking about. I don't know if I'm gonna say this right, but pickerel weed. This is good for dragonflies because of the height, and it gives them something to land and perch on. I'm just gonna see. Yeah, that'll definitely need a shelf. So 1 second. Let's see if this is. I feel like it is, but it's lopsided. We're just gonna see how this goes. I feel like this isn't totally flat, but we're gonna make do. Okay, next, it's kind of gonna be a mix of stuff, but I got a water lily, And there's frog bit all over it. And these just sink to the ground. And then these little floaty guys are the frog bit. And the lady that I bought them from, she said that like little insects will live inside the root part of it. I want to get all of these. Next I have water lettuce. And you can see that it's already making like a baby lettuce in it. She said these are really good to have because they're floaters, and especially when it's really hot, it'll help shade the pool and keep it a little bit, or the pond, and keep it cooler. So I got a few different sizes. I'm gonna put the big ones in. And I got some mediums. I think she's actually said that they live in this part, but maybe the frog bit too. This is so fun. This was the part that I was like dying to get to. I'm really happy that I did go like plant crazy because, oh shoot, this leaf fell off. I'm wondering if I could still just leave that. I only had 20s and she didn't have exact change, so I was like, let's just get some more water lettuce. So I'm really glad I did because it's gonna make it just look more full and pretty. I really need to make sure that my phone's not dead for this part. Yeah, actually I'm gonna check really quick. Okay, cool, we're still rolling. Oh, this is looking so cute. I am so happy. And this next one, I already know I'm gonna pronounce it wrong. She told me I wasn't saying it right, but hornwort, but it's not pronounced like that. But these just sink into the water and they help oxygenate it. And so the importance of having plants in your pond is it's gonna help keep your water clean and not turning gray and mucky. So spread these out. I kind of went crazy with these. I was like, I definitely want those. I'm not sure. But there were some snails like on the planter pots of some of these, and so she said that those are good snails because they'll help eat the algae. And then in her pond she had a bunch of tadpoles that were great tree frogs, so hopefully somewhere near there as well. But alrighty, I think I'm going to pause it right here for today. I might come back out, but I really need to tackle my bees. But let me clean up and then I'm gonna do like a final finish video. While I was dumping out the water, I actually did find snails at the bottom. So you're definitely not gonna be able to see this, but I'm just going to place them in the water. Oh. All right, here's the final product. I think she's looking super cute. My only flaw is you can tell that it's not level with the ground because this side is way lower and this is like basically to the brim. So that's the only downer on this moment for me right now, is thinking about how I'm going to have to level this, because I'm pretty sure you want the water like very close to the top. But for my first time ever and doing it all by myself, I'm really proud of how it turned out, and I hope that the pollinators love it. I hope the dragonflies find it soon, and I can't wait to keep expanding and building with it. All right, I feel like today was a lot easier than yesterday's tasks, so I'm okay with that. And I'm not nearly as hot as I was yesterday, but I'm happy that I finished. I got all the pond plants in, got it filled. I think the hardest part about that was definitely doing the stairway out of the pond. So yeah, my advice on that is buy multiple different size rocks, because if I didn't have to break any and I could just move them around, I think it'd be way easier. I think that's what makes it fun too, is having to be creative and figure out ways to make it work. I'm not looking forward to this cleanup process. I have a bunch of flagstone chips in my yard, so I definitely have to get that up so my dog or cats don't step in that. Now I can officially enjoy the pond. I still need to do like an outer border to it, but I think that might be, I'm like contemplating if I even should do that right away, because if I need to make it more level, I don't want to have to tear all that down. So I might need to recon with Jacob when he gets here to see what he thinks. But yeah, thanks for watching.